Hey, what's up, y'all? Solo here, and welcome back to my story mode. So this one's probably going to be a little bit different of a video. I'm not going to go too crazy with the editing, only because I don't really feel like I need to. This is purely like just a fresh reaction off of what I had just seen right now from episode 2 of Paldean Winds. So I'm just going to talk freely, speak my mind, maybe some minimal cuts here and there if I'm saying too many ums or whatever, but you guys get the gist of it. It doesn't really matter all that much. I just want to talk about my general thoughts on the episode and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm going to ramble a little bit, just kind of list my thoughts as they come regarding the episode. So, you know, just hang around if you want to talk about that, if you want to chit-chat about the latest episode, because I definitely enjoyed it and I really want to talk about it. And because I haven't done something like this beforehand, I've missed every opportunity to talk about any of the previous series. You know, I really wanted to make sure I get ahead this time and really, you know, put all my thoughts out there so I could come back to these one day and be like, oh yeah, this is what I thought initially about this miniseries and stuff like that. But, yeah. Just a couple of things to note here before we get started. For one, spoiler alert, I will be talking about the entirety of the episode, mainly my thoughts and stuff like that, but I will be talking about some spoilers. So if you haven't seen the episode yet, go take the 10 minutes to do so. Good episode, highly recommend it. Then just come back right over here after 10 minutes have passed. It'll be like no time at all, I promise you. Another thing, for copyright purposes, much like the previous episode, I will be using pictures as opposed to video, only because I don't want to get hit by the copyright police, because they are mean. They are very mean these days, so I will not be taking that risk. No sir. So, I'm sorry if the visuals are a little bit boring, but we're just here to talk about the episode. It never needs to get that serious. So, with all that out the way, why don't we go ahead and start having a little chit-chat about episode 2 of Pokemon Paldean Winds. So, going into the episode, we start off with a battle between Aliquis and Amona, and it's cool, but obviously Aliquis has no chance of winning that battle, and it's mostly his fault, because why in the world does he have out a grass type? Doesn't matter, I mean, the dark typing is cool too, but there's no way Meowscarada is killing a Kilowattrel. Like, please think, bro, like, whatever. But either way, you know, it was an okay battle, you know, Aliquis got his ass whooped, and that was pretty much a given, that was gonna happen. And then we cut to a conversation between him and his brother, we don't see his face or anything like that. However, it is very interesting to me that he actually, obviously, because of the uniform that he was wearing, goes to Blueberry Academy. He attends Blueberry Academy. So him and his brother are very far away from one another. However, the love for battling makes a little more sense now, considering the fact that Blueberry Academy is solely focused on the battle. While, you know, our school, the one in Paldea, is focused on the treasure hunt, Blueberry Academy is solely focused on battles, and they made that very clear. So, I'm sure that the brother is very obsessed with battling like Aliquis is, which is why it made a lot of sense that he was talking like, oh man, like, why would you waste your time using a Pokemon that you know is gonna lose, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you should, you know, get it together, get some Pokemon that know what they're doing and stuff like that. And, you know, Aliquis is obviously very flustered about that and very conflicted about that statement because, you know, he loves Meowscarada, he likes battling with Meowscarada, but on the other hand, his brother does kind of have a point in which, you know, like, why use a Pokemon like... Not that he has a point, per se. I don't agree with that. That's stupid. That's definitely not how Pokemon battling works. We should all know this by now, but they are kids, so whatever. But, you know, I did find that conversation kind of interesting, and obviously, Aliquis took that conversation to heart, considering the fact that, you know, he's standing there overthinking it like, I'm sorry, Meowscarada, like, we may have to make another move, and you may not be part of that, you know what I'm saying? So, I thought that was a very interesting thing. So then it cuts back to the classroom that I'm sure we're going to be visiting plenty of times, because we've already seen it so many times within the last 2 episodes, which I thought was really, really funny. But, either way, regardless of that, we come back to the classroom, and O'Hara is in there practicing her flute. And I really like that. I like that we have a consistent series around these characters in which they actually get to, you know, utilize these developments between one another, you know what I mean? In the first episode, we got to know O'Hara a little bit. It was completely focused around her situation with learning how to play music and stuff like that, her relationship with her dad and Fuecoco and stuff like that. And it's really nice to see that, you know, she wants to prove the, you know, what the school is capable of and stuff like that, and, you know, really show off her musical prowess and stuff like that. I'm really glad that her determination and her progress has transferred over into this episode. It's going to progress throughout the series, and I love to see that. I can't wait to see a situation that involves all three of these main characters. And you know, O'Hara's already had her development, so I'm sure she's going to have more down the line, but I'm happy to see it. But either way, so they bust into the classroom. O'Hara's there practicing her flute, and then she, you know, wants to apologize because she had bailed on their project together. And obviously he's not even thinking about that. He's just like, okay, whatever, I'm not even really paying attention to that. He sits down and bro pulls up Iono's live stream, like, alright, cool, whatever, like, just casual. I love that little universal detail that Iono's just like, you know, that streamer that everybody watches, that everybody knows. That's really, really cool. I can't wait to see more of Iono. Hopefully we get to see more of her in this series. Maybe she'll be around, who knows? Probably not. We'll probably see her in Horizons, though. Maybe she'll keep the same voice actor. Who knows? Who knows? But it was really cool to see that. And so she gets up in his face like, bro, let me use my music to prove myself, bro. I can definitely help out. And he's like, dog, I'm not even thinking about the project right now. I got that battle on my mind. I need to get better at battling. And then they start talking about that, about how he lost, you know, and bro got so unnecessarily frustrated. Like, he was just throwing strays at O'Hara and Fuecoco for no reason. Bro was just saying like, bro, that bummy ass Fuecoco ain't evolving anytime soon. He ain't doing nothing. She's like, bro, neither are you with that attitude. And bro got so lit up and started throwing strays at his Meowscarada. Like, Meowscarada did not deserve that. That was uncalled for. Like, it would be one thing if she kept pushing his buttons and kept saying like, are you sure you know why you lost? Don't you think you should have considered a couple of more options? Like, she wasn't even pressing him like that. He was firing on all cylinders at O'Hara, and she threw one little insult back, and bro flew off the handle and started attacking his own Pokemon. That was super uncalled for. I did not like that at all. Like, that was not cool. Like, not even for like dramatic effect. Like, it would be one thing if she was really pressing him, but she didn't. She fired back one time, his own just desserts, he couldn't handle it, and took it out on Meowscarada. Didn't like that. Not at all. Like, I'm so serious. That was unacceptable in his character. Like, I didn't like that. Meowscarada, I personally think Meowscarada should have left a mark on his face for that. Like, bro was just chilling. Was not worried about losing or anything like that, because that's his partner, you know? It figured, hey, we could win next time, you know? But whatever. I really didn't like that. Like, it was just so uncalled for and unnecessary. Like, it was so instant. It was 0 to 100 so fast. Bro decides not to chase after his Meowscarada. The other friend shows up and puts the camera in his face and is talking about, why'd you lose? What do you think is going to happen now? And he's like, dude, don't even worry about it. I'm winning next time. I got the plot. And he's like, bet! And he leaves instantly. Bro and his Quaxley weren't even there for 5 minutes. He was in there for 30 seconds or like max. Like, that's crazy. I can't wait to learn about this character and his Quaxley, like what their situation is, because I'm sure that there's some viable reason as to why he's so obsessed with the truth and the news and stuff like that. So we'll find out when we find out. Probably like next month or something like that. We'll see how it plays out. But either way, after that, we cut right into the next battle, and the animation, by the way, for this episode, specifically in the battles, exactly what I expected. Glorious. Beautiful. It looks so incredibly good. If there's at least one guaranteed thing that everybody can look forward to during these miniseries, it's the battles, because the battles are always spectacular. It was also really cool to see a lot of these Pokemon, especially like the brand new ones from this recent generation animated for the first time, like Garnacle. That looked so raw in anime form. Like, it looks so good. Like, I can't even play around. I'm so happy with how this battle turned out. It was really, really cool. Obviously, Meowscarada came back after it saw that Aliquis was losing, and Aliquis gave this kind of lame-ass apology. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean it like that. It was weak, honestly. I don't think I liked the way he was written in this episode. You know, the voice acting was fine and everything like that, but the way he was acting was just beyond out of pocket. I see the vision, I really do, but he jumped the gun way too fast. And maybe, this is just speculation, it's possibly because of the time limit that they had for the episode. Because, you know, you gotta remember, these episodes can only be about, like, what, 10 to 11 minutes or something like that for whatever reason. So they didn't really have time to, like, flesh out the general plan that they had for this character as much as they probably wanted to, which is unfortunate because O'Hara got plenty of time in her episode. He didn't. But it is what it is. It happened. He apologized. Now, Scarda took the candy, so I guess it accepted the apology and stuff like that, and they got right back into the battle with Nimona. And I think, to my understanding, I haven't seen Horizons yet, but for the first time, we saw Terrestrialization animated, and it looked beautiful. I am very impressed. They captured the perfect coloring, lighting, and shine for Terrestrialization to really take effect and really take over the battlefield. It looked super pretty, and I'm enamored that transferred well into this animation. So I'm happy that it turned out really well. Even the hats and everything, oddly enough, like I didn't expect those crowns that they get when they terrestrialize to transfer over as well, but it did, and they animated everything with those crowns on. Thoroughly impressed with them. Also, super awesome in general to just get more Nimona, like a main character from this generation. That's super cool to see her battling. It was really fun to see her. She was just having a good time. She didn't care about nothing else, bro. She didn't care about the drama. She was just like, hey, so when's this battle happening, bro? She did not give a damn about the relationship. She was trying to fight, bro. And I don't blame her, you know. I ain't interested in all that, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to box. You know what I'm saying? My Tauros is ready. What's good, homie? So yeah, no, I really like Nimona in this episode. Really looking forward to seeing more of her. I'm very curious to see if her voice actor carries over into the actual anime for Pokemon Horizons. We'll see what happens. But the voice actor that we had here, wonderful job. Can't wait to see more of her if she pops up even more. I really do wish that we did get to see the rest of the battle though, considering the fact that even if Meowscarada beat Tauros, it still had 2 other Pokemon to fight, and there's no guarantee that it would have beaten those. But I guess we'll know by the next episode or something like that, especially because that would imply that Aloquise is stronger, kind of, than Nimona, which I doubt, respectfully. But I guess we'll go ahead and play that one by ear. But I am very much looking forward to the next episode. Aloquise, Meowscarada, the whole shebang. Overall, I do enjoy the episode, but I do think that Aloquise's story and his, like, everything was kind of rushed throughout this episode because we didn't really get to understand, like, what his deal was with Sprigatito and everything like that, why he rushed so fast to evolve it into Meowscarada in the first place. Meowscarada, sorry. I'm gonna mess that up plenty, I'm sure, down the line. But yeah, I'm very iffy about how he was in this episode. I just think that was partially because of the time constraint of the episode in of itself, because they had to get the point across probably as fast as they could, especially because they needed to focus mostly on the battle aspect, because that was going to take the longest portion of the episode, or at least it was, you know, the hardest part to animate, I imagine. So, you know, they kind of had to rush the story bits a little bit, and because of that, it suffered a little bit, but not enough to make it a bad episode. Like, I still think it was really good. I enjoyed it. It was cute. I'll probably watch it a million more times anyway throughout the years, so it is what it is. But what's your deal with this episode? Did you enjoy it? Did you like everything that this episode have to offer? Did you enjoy the kerfuffle between Aloquise and his Pokemon, Meowscarada? Or are you on the opposing side? Did you not like anything about it? Are you kind of like me, in which you didn't like how things were written out and fleshed out and stuff like that? Tell me everything that you guys are thinking in the comment section below, because you know for a fact that I am always, always, always down there with you guys. But that timer's going, so it is definitely time for me to go ahead and skedaddle. I would like to thank you guys ever so much for watching. I truly do hope you enjoyed. Do me the greatest favor of dropping a like and a comment, and consider subscribing for more content just like this here. And with that, gonzo. Thanks again, hope you enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Do me the greatest favor of taking good ass care, and I'll see you all next time.